Because I really couldn't find anybody about that to ask me that question. Because my mom, she's a believer, but I think that's because she really doesn't know a lot of stuff.
The biggest thing that I have a trouble with when it comes to, churches is people go there and they sit there and they don't do anything. The majority, you say like 99.99% of Christians that go there don't have like a notepad or any type of thing to write down notes so they can go home and study on the topic. And they sit there, and then when they come out of church, I'll ask some people like, hey, what was service about? And they'd be like, oh, it was awesome, it was great. And be like, oh, what was it about? And they'd be like, I don't know. And it's just like, you just sat there for an hour and you don't know what you learned.
Come
over here.
There's only no, email, and yep.
Let's make this official, my dude.
Yep. All right. Yep. All right. So people always keep on saying that male and female is, gender and sex is technically like the same thing. I mean, a different thing. You could be, I don't know, a dog, an elephant, even a helicopter, and sex is only like male and female. I'm like, I don't think so.
Looking at an animal and saying, oh wow, that's a squirrel, and then somebody coming over and saying, no, that's a dog. No, by observing nature, you can see that there's a line and a separation in all creation. That's a squirrel, that remains a squirrel. That's a dog, that remains a dog. You're a female, that remains a female. How do you know it's a female? Because you have different organs. You have different muscles, you have different chromosomes, than a man, okay? Even our brains react differently than each other.
Yeah, we do.
Every little detail, like about a woman and a man, is different, except for we came from the same creator. When you were saying like gender and sex, though, gender, okay, male and female, sex allows us to know what gender you are. Sex is like the inside. The organs, the chromosomes, and all the description of what makes you a female,
People always say that gender should be technically what you are, in which people can be whatever they want. It's 2022, they can be a furry, elephant, they can be a dolphin.
It's not more on the basis of there is no truth. Everybody believes in truth. Everybody knows that there is a fine line.
Yep.
But it's the fact that they want more power, so they're going to use that to manipulate people into believing that, so they can get more power.
They just keep on adding stuff.
Here's the thing about like how far we've gone from order. And we're into chaos. So order would be if somebody got murdered, we are to take that to the judge and let them investigate on it and see what's actually true. Nowadays, it's a generation and a world, not even just the United States, but everybody. We've fallen away from order, where we say that you're innocent until proven guilty. So that's going to take time. And patience is a virtue in which it actually builds a character tremendously when we have patience. But people don't want that. They want an answer now. They shout loud. It's given into the mob. It's the mob. It's hear me now and do what I say now. I don't care about the law. I don't care about investigation. That person, because I saw a 5-second video, that person should be put to death, or spend eternity in jail. You know what I mean? This next part of the video actually just goes into the difference between men and women and kind of like the feminist movement. So if you guys don't know about the feminist movement, there's many waves of it. So the first wave of feminism was more about rights. Now these last movements and waves of feminism are basically about that we don't need men. There's actually very extremist feminists out there. So we kind of talk about that. So touchy subject. Hope you enjoy. Here's my take on it.
I know.
When you have a culture surrounding on self-righteousness, then that falls into a dangerous lifestyle.
Yeah,
it's everything that satisfies you. You do what you want to do with your body and blah blah blah, this and that. It's you. All this type of stuff, having no man in the house, it really affects the relationship of a woman and children. You have to have a balance between femininity and masculinity. You have more of a chance to get arrested, drug overdose. So now the movement of like feminism, this new wave of feminism is basically saying that we don't need men. It's like, okay, then you go ahead and build up society. Go and get your hands dirty. Go and build skyscrapers. go and build your home, because who really built those homes? You don't see women out there, and I'm not trying to say that women can't do this, but the women don't tend to do this. They don't want to. They don't tend to go out there and build skyscrapers. They never really were the ones that built the Statue of Liberty, even though that was a woman that they built. It was a men who built that. It was Freemasons that built that. If you stray away from like what basically makes society, woman, man, husband, wife, the nuclear family, you'll see the collapse of society really, really fast. And that's what we're seeing now.